Hello, my makeup loving friends. How's it going? Welcome back. That's right. It's the triumphant return of Tia. I know you've had to make do with me for the last while, and I have been trash. Let's be real. But frankly, I am delighted that we have remedied this and we have Tia back. You know the drill. I'll have all of her details down below so you can follow her. And I panicked because we were like in our little WhatsApp group and she was like, I'm going to do makeup for releases and rants tomorrow. And as you know, I have been doing nothing for releases and rants. I've just been turning up sometimes without a bra on, uh, not without telling you guys. And then she's like, I'm going to do makeup. And I was like, for fuck's sake. I guess I'm going to do makeup too. So don't get used to it, lads. This is just me celebrating Tia being back. But you know the drill. We wouldn't have an episode if you guys didn't tag me in content, and I so appreciate it. Your names are displayed right now on screen. I appreciate all of the efforts that you guys go through to give me this information. But let's just start with, it feels very recycled. This is Pat McGrath's Bijoux Brilliance collection. So there's a lot in it and yet nothing at the same time. There's two motherships. They're €78. There's one that's called the Starstruck Splendor, one that's called Jewel Temptation. So the Starstruck Splendor is the more green one and the Jewel Temptation is more purple toned. So basically what we're used to seeing from Pat McGrath. Then we have four different Bijoux Brilliance eyeshadow palettes. They're €37 each. There's Bronze Ecstasy, Sunset Romance, Lunar Nightshade and Bordeaux Bliss. Then we have the Divine Blush and Bronze Glow Trio for €53. They come in three different styles. There's Forever Nude, Nirvana in Bloom and Supernova Siren. And arguably the most interesting thing that they have is the Dark Star Color Blitz Mascara. And they come in three shades: Renegade Red, Azure Allure and Electric Jade for €35. I mean, what do we even really say at this point?
Expensive. Well, patent crack.
Yeah.
Like, also very boring. I'm looking at that one of those like £5 palettes that has like that dark black with like purples.
Yes.
Like that shade. I'm just like, what is that?
Yeah.
That looks so nice.
I agree.
But that's about the nice things.
I mean, I agree. If we'll just start talking about these £5. There's two of them that I swear to God, I have them like set up here so that they're actually like one is on top of the other one, where the one that you were talking about has that really interesting, almost like deep purple with like lots of sparkles or something in it. But then if you look at the palette down below it, they have a kind of a pinky toned neutral in the exact same shade or in the exact same space as the other one.
Yeah, that kind of like what? Like it does have like the other one is like all shimmers.
Yeah.
And then we have like shimmer and matte. But I don't think that's necessary.
So it's so lazy. This is the kind of color stories we've seen from them a million times, and €37. I am sorry, but €37 for 5 shades. They need to be, and I mean this, the most interesting shades in the world for me to pay that amount of money. Like,
exactly.
You know the Gloss Gods palettes? They're €35.
I actually used the Looking for Rainbows today.
Such a good
for the shimmer on mallet. And those are like so nice.
Yeah.
And you get way more.
Yeah.
Like I get like Pat McGrath, she's like an expensive luxury. Well, not like luxury, but like really like a high end.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a luxury brand, but like a high end, really a high end brand. So I get that the prices are like with the name and the packaging and all, but I still feel like these look kind of lackluster for what you're paying for. And I feel like you get similar vibes with something else that it's way cheaper and you get way more product of it.
Totally agree. And like, even if we're looking at the motherships, I mean, how many motherships has she done at this point? And they're €78. That's really, really expensive. And I mean, you know it's Pat McGrath when you have like a purple in there somewhere. It does feel at this point like she's just recycling her color stories. And if you have 2 or 3 of her palette, you probably have a lot of these shades already.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't like that they have those lashes in the palette because those are not going to work for every skin tone.
Exactly.
Like if you're a deep skin tone, you're fucked.
Yeah.
The eyeshadow eyeshadow, but if they're like blush, they're maybe not that pigmented.
Hmm.
Don't know. I feel like because she released those like face trios
Yeah,
that has like a blush, bronzer, highlight, I would have just. I feel like it's a lot of stuff.
it is. It's like there comes a point where you have to just kind of go, maybe chill out, Pat.
Yeah, maybe they had like a lot of like overflow shades that they didn't make the cut on like some of their previously released palettes, and now they were like, oh, let's just use all of those, make some color stories out of them, maybe use some shades that were already used in palettes too, and like mix them together and make million palettes that are like all basically the same.
I'll be honest with you, that sounds really plausible when we're looking at this. There's so many Pat McGrath fans out there, but even the Pat McGrath fans are kind of going, this feels redundant. Like, this feels.
Yeah.
How long have we been doing this for, Tia? Like, we've seen this exact sort of palette, these exact shades
Yeah.
from Pat many a time before. So many times. And it's kind of
Yeah.
like, look, you're so respected. Like, she's a big name in the field, but the name will only get you so far for so
Yeah.
long.
Like look at like for example, like Danessa Myricks. She does like interesting
Mm.
stuff. Like she's a makeup artist too, and she like, but I feel like she kind of utilizes that more. Maybe their styles are different. Obviously, styles are different with everyone and what you like. But I feel like this is just so generic and basic and not new.
Yeah.
And just like, what are you thinking with this one?
Like, it's very middle of the road. It's like, oh, okay. It doesn't like offend me, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
whatever. And like even the face trios, I'm like, they're fine, they're okay, but I'm not like looking at them kind of going, oh my god, there's a really interesting shade of blush in there. That highlighter looks really, really interesting. There's nothing about that that's making me kind of go, oh,
yeah.
I could see I'd get a lot of use out of that. I
They're
could.
very basic, very, very basic. I mean, I think that these would look gorgeous
Hmm.
on you. I think the formulas probably are amazing and you get like a nice quality product. But this just makes me like want to have a nap.
Yeah,
I'm
this is.
like tired.
But I feel like Pat is like, this is part of their holiday collection. And I think she's basically kind of going, there's a load of people out there who have people in their lives that love makeup. And I'm going to confuse people, those particular people, by having really pretty looking packaging and make a really expensive palette. And somebody will go in and kind of go, my person really loves makeup. I'll get them this because the
Yeah,
packaging is pretty and it's spendy.
yeah, but
That,
it's not really exciting.
no,
And that's not at least not for me.
no,
Like
agreed.
I bet there's some people that lose their minds over this, but I just we're not it.
Yeah. The only thing that I find legit interesting are the coloured mascaras. But when they're the price that they are, which I think is €35, if I remember correctly. Yeah, €35. Not a chance in hell would I spend
What?
€35.
35 euros for a mascara.
Yeah.
And I only like the blue. The green is ugly and the pink is ugly. So, and the blue one I would not pay. I think was it some brand just came out with like colored mascaras too, like really affordable stuff. Like go get that one. You don't
Exactly.
need it. Like you don't even use a colored mascara that often.
Exactly.
Like, well, maybe some people do, but like generally thinking, I feel like they're like accents that we used on our makeup and we don't use them daily or even like weekly or monthly even maybe. So I feel like how much you will get use out of that before it dries down.
Exactly. Because like hygiene wise, you can't use a mascara past about 3 months,
Yeah. Yeah.
max. If you're really being like, I don't care about my eyeballs. I wouldn't pay €35 for a black mascara, let alone a coloured
Yeah.
one.
Me either.
If it was a
Yeah.
fiver, I'd be like, oh, okay. But,
Yeah.
but no, not it at all. Anyways, when I put it to you guys, like Some things definitely did better than others. The Mothership palettes didn't do great. A lot of you guys were in the same thing of like, feel like we've seen it before, that it's too repetitive. I thought it was interesting that the Lunar Nightshade palette did quite well. 51% of you loved it. Then the other 5 pan palettes, again, didn't do great. They were very like middle of the road. The face palettes didn't do great either, and neither did the mascaras. So it feels like we're kind of done with Pat. Come on now, back to the drawing board. However, we do have something a little bit more interesting to talk about. This is Odens Eye Cosmetics, who have collaborated for the second time with Angelica and Nyqvist, and this is their Helaween palette or Helaween collection. And basically, if you know anything about Odens Eye and Angelica Nyqvist, the last collaboration they did was the Hela palette, so they're having a little play on words here. As part of this collection, which is, by the way, available now, there's 2 palettes. There's the Trick or Treat and there's the Little Ghost, and there's a lip collection. And the lip collection includes a glow lip gloss in the shade Radioactive. There's 2 matte lip stains in Swamp Fog and Shadow Creature, and there's 2 shine lip stains in Quicksand and Spectral. What I really appreciate about this is, you know, we're seeing all of these Halloween releases that have been coming out over the last however many weeks, whatever, and they're all kind of very dark tone, kind of, you know, deep purples, etc. They're kind of like the expected. This is not expected. This is not what I would have associated with Halloween, and I kind of appreciate that. I like that she's kind of done her own thing, but that makes sense for her because she's not into Halloween herself. Like, she doesn't really celebrate it, so it makes sense that her version of this doesn't have all of the characteristics that you would associate with Halloween. These are all kind of colors that she finds interesting, and I think it's good that she's stayed true to herself. I do want to say one thing very, very quickly, and it is somewhat on topic, and I'm going to call somebody out. Hi. So here's the thing. You might know, obviously, I do like little posts, etc., talking about new makeup releases. They're really short, but there are lots of other Instagram accounts, etc., that do that. One is called Makeup Crazy. Now, I don't follow them anymore. In fact, I blocked them quite some time ago because they are not very nice. And they decided to share this particular collab on their page, and they were just nasty. Really, really not nice at all. I just wanted to point out right now, in this moment, it's okay to not like a collection. Totally fine. Hell, we just talked about Pat McGrath and we said we didn't like it, but we weren't rude about it. You don't have to like say things like cash grab or, you know, talk about stands or just generally be quite cruel and bullying. Try to be a nice person. Seriously.
Yeah, it's just that post was just like over the top. I feel like it's just, I don't know. For me, I got the feeling that she just wanted to create some drama out of this to get some hype for herself. I don't know this person at all. I don't think I even follow her. But I just feel like there's no need to be nasty about it and then get defensive when people defend the creator or the product or something. Like, we can all have different opinions about these like collections. Just don't have to fight about it. Like,
Literally.
we can all like what we want to like.
Yeah. It's
It's
it's it's
not that
just
deep.
makeup. Exactly. It's just makeup. There are times that Tia likes something that I don't like, and we don't get angry at each other over these things, and we don't start calling each other names. For
Yeah.
the love of God, I mean, we do that sometimes, but when you're an adult, act like an adult.
Yeah. It's just the way that she even wrote it. It just felt a little bit like nasty and like
Very aggressive and
yeah.
antagonistic. Oh yeah, it was like calling for like
Like, if she was like respectful in her post and be like, look, I feel like this collection is just like trying to be nice about it and not be like, oh, this is just a grass grab and like you're just trying to make it for the money and like it's just these brands that sell on China that you collab with and like what's wrong with brands that are sourced in China? Like, obviously, we know there's issues, but there are brands that are still good, and a
yeah.
lot of makeup products are made in China. So,
I
mainstream brands use China also. to make their product. So it's just
But I
a bit.
also find the critique of, oh, it's a cash grab, quite funny. And it's like, what, did you want her to work for free? Like,
Yeah.
did you want Odens Eye to take her on as an internship? Like, what is it? At the same time, then, if she did it for free, then people would be angry with
Mm,
Odens Eye for not.
yeah.
There's just some people
And
who won't be happy.
yeah.
In conclusion, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't bother saying anything. But let's hop back to the collection in and of itself. So the Trick or Treat palette is the more kind of like orangey green toned one, and that one, to be fair, does look incredibly autumnal. When I was looking at it first, I thought it was like really like Christmassy. I think it was because
Yeah,
green
true.
in there. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that one is more like Christmassy.
yeah,
Like I get like Christmas. Maybe it's the green and the like red orange
yeah,
kind of vibe. Feels very Christmassy. So I feel like it's very. I don't know if they're gonna release a Christmas collection. I feel like it's really smart because
yeah.
obviously you can like multi-use it. But oh my god, the other palette.
Yeah, that's the Little Ghost palette. This is far more purple and blue toned leaning. I really like that there's this random little pop of yellow in there.
Yeah, I feel like that yellow and that purple next to it, so like that corner there,
Mhm.
like that last row with the like deep red and like orange and like those pink and orange shimmers. I would be like, I don't really need that.
Yeah,
I get that it's there because if you have watched any of Angie's videos, she really likes like peach, orange, and like she really likes reds on
yeah,
her, like those like really nice tones. So I feel like, oh, this makes so much sense for her if you have watched her
yeah.
channel at all. Like these palettes look like her palettes.
Agreed, agreed. It's very, very clear that she put them together and these are things that she likes. She had her say in this. I think they're really quite interesting looking. What I will say though, and it does frustrate me, is when you look at the swatches, you know how traditionally you have swatches across lots of different like skin tones. The
Yeah,
skin tones here are quite fair. I'd like to see these swatched on maybe an
yeah,
extra skin tone or two just to really see what they look like. And that's just a
mm,
minor critique. But I do think this is quite interesting. It's not for me, and that's fine. But I really appreciate that it's very, very clearly her aesthetic. Like you said, if you
yeah,
watch Angie, you know these are the things she likes. You can tell she's had her hand in this. And I personally appreciate that, just knowing like this is
yeah,
legitimately somebody's thing that they care. They didn't just kind of like smash their name onto a pat and kind of go, yeah, that's mine.
yeah.
This makes
I
sense to her.
yeah, it's just I feel like a little ghost palette. I feel like the tones are quite like unique.
Mm,
Like they have like some weird blues in there that are not like they look kind of like grayish, but not gray, but not blue, but like still blue. And like I feel like the yellow is such a nice add on there, like that neon
yeah,
yellow, that purple, like those two pair together. I'm like yes. The other one, the Trick or Treat palette, is not for me.
yeah.
It's just not the colors. Like there's some really pretty colors in there, but
Mm,
as a color story, like as a like a full palette, it's just not like calling my name.
yeah, it's the thing is with both of these palettes, I feel like if I had them, I'd enjoy them. Like
Yeah,
the formula is solid. I do feel like the Trick or Treat one is like I said, like a mixture of Christmas and autumn. Like when you see them
yeah,
swatched, you're like, oh, okay, this is quite
yeah,
interesting. So it is quite versatile in that sense. Um, but it's not for me. The packaging though, 10 out of 10, looks absolutely stunning. And
so
I love that you could put it right next to your Hella palette and it's gonna like really nicely kind of like sit there together. Like they
yeah,
look beautiful. They look really, really good. And then in terms of like the lip products, when you see them swatched, again, it's clearly Angie's sort of tones because she goes for a lot
yeah.
of these as well. They look really, really pretty to be fair. Yeah, I mean I don't have anything.
I really like Quicksand,
Mm,
Swamp Box.
Yeah.
Fog,
Yeah.
fog.
Fog.
Oh yeah, fog. I was like frog. I was thinking in my head frog, and then I was like fog.
I thought that too because you see swamp, you think that frogs are in the swamp.
Yeah,
Swamp frog. But no, it's
yeah,
swamp fog because that got me
yeah.
as well. I love
And I
that.
really like the lip glowing lip oil, the radioactive one too. The
Yeah.
other two shades, they're really pretty, but they're not. Well, I do like speckle. It kind of looks pretty, but they are really nice.
Yeah.
And I do like similar colors than she
Yeah.
likes. I have them like because she likes really like weird mustardy, nice tones. So these look nice.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, you can tell. Again, this is her stamp all over this. So I hugely appreciate it. I think this is really, really interesting. I'd say it's going to sell out because, like, their
Yeah.
collaboration with her before the Hella palette was,
It released today that
it
we're
did,
filming.
as we're filming, it's
So it
released.
should be sold out now. So
I wouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
Honestly.
I
Honestly.
hope they do a restock because even though it's like I know they say it's a limited edition Halloween collection, but I hope that they do a restock because I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell out
Yeah.
quickly.
Do you know what? I would love if they did a restock of this and did a restock of the original Hella palette.
Yeah, that
That
could
would be
be
fun.
nice. So you could do I said like a bundle, buy
Yeah,
all of three of them if you want
wouldn't that be
together.
bomb? I'd love
Yeah,
that. That would be so cool. All in all, I think this is done really, really well. It's really, really clearly Angie's sort of jam. When I put it to you guys, my goodness, it did so well. Both palettes were coming out as like 54 or 55% love it, and the lip kits weren't as popular, but that's kind of par for the course. We get a little
yeah.
bit more excited about eyeshadow palette. And okay, let's talk about this one because I have many feelings on this, and it's another leak. That's right, another fucking leak from Natasha Denona. It's the Xenon palette. And here's the thing, lads. This is all over Reddit, all over the place. But I haven't been able to like really post about it. But by the time you're watching it, by the time you're watching this, I will have posted. I will have posted. Because F you. But the thing is, it's all over Reddit. It came out that this was, by the way, sold on Mercari. So there's a lot of question marks about it. But also, I then decided, right, I'll message Natasha Denona on Instagram to see what the story is. And I was like, hey, I have pictures. Can I share them? They were like, no, it's a leak. Oh dear. So I was like, for goodness sake, like this is like what? This has to be the fourth or fifth leak that we've seen in the last while.
It's like every launch it's leaked. And I said this to Teresa when we were talking about this. It's just like this is just a marketing tactic at
It
this
is.
point. Like they just know people get the hype when it's like leaked. I bet that it's always like Natasha Denona employees leaking it. Oops. Oops.
The thing is, if it happened once, you'd be like, oh shit, that is a legitimate leak.
Yeah.
But the
But
fact
like
that it's so consistent.
yeah, let's just even for a second think that this is just always leaked. Like every single launch. Like they need to get their shit together.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like who are you sending these palettes? Like, how is it possible that every single launch, and this has been gone for years, that I can remember that me and Teresa have been talking about Natasha Denona launches. It's not just like recently. I remember it's been consistently with them almost every launch. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, just say it. Like, be real with us. Just like, be like, oh, we use this as a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Do what you want. But
But then
it's just not
it's
possible.
so weird to me then that they'll send people
Mm.
messages because they've shared the leak and they're like, take it
Yeah.
down or we're going to have legal action, which is what they did to Kat, who used to be on Beauty News. She has her own channel. And they kind of then sent me a very nice message, to be fair, of like, could you please take it down? And I did. I took it down. Like, I don't want to annoy people, but
Yeah.
there comes a point where it's like, no, it's really clear. The call is coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
You are leaking it. Own
You
it.
guys either you have like an employee there that just does not like you. Be like, or you're just using this as a tactic to round us up and be like, oh, I want it, and everyone goes to buy it.
Yeah. We're not stupid, so don't
Yeah.
treat us like we're stupid. But I've got some pictures, and they are a little bit grainy because they were, by the way, on this Mercari, and they went over on Reddit. And anyways, you're seeing what you're seeing right now. That's right, Natasha. Deal with it. I will say, I like this palette. I do.
It's so pretty. I want it, and I wish that it will be the smaller one. So
The mid.
maybe I can afford it one day. Yeah, because the bigger ones are so expensive. I'm just like, no.
Yeah. I will
But
say though, if you want to buy it, you can use my code to get you
yeah.
off.
Oh, Teresa's code. Use it. What's it?
Teresa.
Teresa. Just Teresa.
Just Teresa. I like to keep things as simple as possible. Just have it be your name.
Teresa.
Teresa. Yeah,
Use,
I love this.
use Teresa's code when you go buy this leaked palette.
Leaked. I will say that. This is the thing though. Why do that silly marketing when you do have like legit interesting things like this?
Yeah.
Like,
Like I feel like people will go mad about this even if you wouldn't be so silly about your
yeah,
marketing tactics.
I don't get it. Why do they do? Anyways, I like it. I like it a lot. Do I necessarily need it? No, no.
I don't need it either, but come on, look at it.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Will say that no. It's a bit hard to see like what colors are matte and what are like shimmers with these pictures,
Exactly. Yeah.
but
We're doing
but
what we can with the info that we have, guys. I'm doing my absolute
yeah, I
darndest.
can't wait to see swatches and people used actually.
Yeah, I will, by the way, have the link to the Reddit post so you guys can have a little look yourselves at the pictures and see people's comments. Because, honest God, lads, Reddit is fascinating. It's really, I don't spend a huge amount of time over there, but
I've
and
never gotten into it. I just don't understand the page.
yeah, no, I like it because it's brilliant for my brain because it's just loads of information. Um,
Yeah.
I like that, when it's all like topicked up. I love this. I think it's so, so pretty. I think it's really like on trend. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I obviously don't know what you guys think of it because I'm not allowed to share it yet. Me. This next one then is from Sugar Drizzle Polish, and this is releasing as we're actually filming, and it's the Sea Siren palette, and it's retailing for $48. It's a little bit of a collaboration between the brand and Callow Lily Art. They've done like the cover art on it, but you can get the palette and you can also get this really cute kind of matching scarf to go with it for $60. It's really pretty. I like this. Very fun. I didn't expect this at this
Pretty.
time of year.
I feel like why is there only 3 mattes?
Yeah.
It's always my complaint. I'm like, go fully shimmer or do kind of like a half and half situation for me.
But it's
It's
relevant
really
critique. Like, you're not wrong. Like, what can you do when this is not a standalone palette. It's not. It's very, very pretty.
it is.
You're gonna have to go in with another palette. The swatches themselves look really good. Mattes that they have are clearly quite good because look at the way that they're swatched. Like, there's a good amount of pigment there. I will say what annoys me is that when you look at the swatches, there are interesting shimmers, but they haven't captured them in those swatches.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
feel like they had like maybe like a video or like a
yes.
low light situation. And with like, I don't know if these are multi-chromes or duochromes or they don't.
They don't say. There's very little information. Now, if I do know more, I'll put it on the screen down below as to what the general thing is because as we're filming, it's coming out in a few hours. So we'll see what the story is. I think it's very pretty, but as you said, I couldn't use it by itself. It's unusual to see a kind of a palette that is this bright at this time of the year. I kind of appreciate that. I think it's quite cool. The cover art, amazing.
It's so beautiful.
Isn't
It
it?
kind of like when I saw it first and I didn't see it was Sugar Drizzle Police, I thought this was like unearthly with their
Yeah.
palettes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Really the vibes.
The artwork is beautiful. Absolutely.
So,
So whoever the person who did that, Callow Lily art, extremely talented. Well done. I do like this. I think it's pretty, but I wouldn't be able to use it by itself. Now that's not like an overall critique. Like
yeah.
there's a lot of people who don't.
Not if you have like a lot of makeup,
Yeah.
like I know we say it a lot, it's not a standalone palette, but I today I think I used 4 palettes and I did very simple look. But I used like I pick shades
Hmm.
from like different that I
Yeah.
want. So it's not like a bad thing or like
Yeah.
a big critique from, at least not from my part. But I do know that there are people that wants to have like a full palette, that they can do a full look. Like some people maybe can do a full look with this. Like obviously you could, but it's just the way I like my makeup. It wouldn't work for my use
Yeah.
as a standalone palette, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally, totally. And I'm the same. I do like to use palettes as a standalone. Like this eye makeup look was just using one eyeshadow palette. And that's the way I like to do things when I'm reviewing things. It's kind of like, can I use this by itself? Because I should be able to if I'm spending a lot of money on it. I do think though $48 is very reasonable when we're looking at this kind of a brand. I'd probably splash out and spend the extra $12 and get the really cute scarf. It kind of like, you know how Odens Eye do that as well, where they sometimes put like the
Yeah.
scarves as part. I think that's quite cute, and it is meant to be limited edition. I quite like it. I think it's cute. I'm not gonna get it because I'm trying to be better. It happens intermittently where I try to be a better person. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that works for you
I
today.
don't hold out a lot of hope, if I'm honest. But I'll show you guys now what you thought of it. Oh my goodness. Goop. Goop. What a name to name your brand. If you know Goop, it's by Gwyneth Paltrow. That's right. The woman who came out with a candle that smelled like her vagina, or what she told people smelled like her vagina. Why am I saying that phrase? Oh my god. Anyways, she is such a strange woman. And I forget intermittently that she's involved in Goop, and then every so often things like this occur, and I'm like, hey. Anyways, this is the Colorblur Glow Balm. It's made with apparently clinically tested skincare ingredients: vitamin E to soothe and nourish, vitamin C rich sea buckthorn oil for glow, and essential fatty acids plus safflower oil to moisturize and support the skin's natural barrier function, or so they say. Now it's meant to be multi-purpose, which brand that makes sense, and it comes in 5 different shades. They're $34 for 15 mils. Is it just me or is that crazy expensive?
That is really expensive.
And it seems that it's quite sheer. Like they literally say,
Yeah.
comes in 5 gorgeously sheer colors to wake up your skin in seconds.
Why is there 5 colors then?
Yeah. They're
Maybe you
quite
can
thin.
get like a little tint out of it.
Yeah. It's very skin tinty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like even when you
I
see it
think
on the face, you're like, oh, okay.
I feel like this is for you if you don't wear a lot of makeup and you
Yeah.
just want, or on your natural days when you just want like a little bit of blush.
Mm.
Not like I wouldn't spend that much money
Oh, it is the clean
for
girl
that kind
stick.
of a product where you couldn't like really use it like in the style of makeup that I do.
Yeah. No, it's not for the way that we do our makeup. It's not.
We're going to a really natural state with makeup with it.
Do you know, it's funny though, because I think it's veering. There's one side that's going very towards the
Yeah,
natural clean girl aesthetic, and then there's one side
yeah.
that's like, no, fuck you, 2016 is back and we're gonna block brow. Like I feel like I'm like, whoa, which way is this ship turning?
Where should I go?
Oh, and I'm like, I don't want to do the block brows, but I quite enjoy 2016 makeup. Like, it's it's really interesting because I am seeing that we're kind of
Yeah.
there's really
There's this like
experience.
really natural makeup styles, and then there's this like really take it on.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in between. I'll like cake it
Yeah.
on my eyes, but I like on my face a little bit more. Like I like skin tinty type things. I mean, I know I've a lot on right now, but like I like it. So F you. Um, I wouldn't feel comfortable spending $34 for that. Like, and can I just say, I've never heard of Goop in terms of makeup. Like, I would just be hesitant
Yeah.
because I don't really know anything about them. Like the shades themselves show promise. Like they're nice. shades, but then when you see them like on, it's just a little bit.
So will they go like deep enough for deep skin tones if it's
Yeah.
like a really thin? Because we see the swatch on like I would say like that would be like medium, light medium skin.
Mm.
And like yes, they show on him, but like I feel like those wouldn't show on a deep skin tone.
I agree.
Um,
And the fact to see that Goop is obviously run by Gwyneth Paltrow, who is a Caucasian woman, I think it's clear she's not really thinking about other skin tones, which I think is a massive issue at this point in the makeup industry. Like, it is not that hard. Put a couple of extra shades in there. But at
yeah,
least swatch them on people of color. Like at the very least, like it's not that
yeah.
much to ask. Yeah, it's not for me. Between the price, all these things, yeah, not for me. But I'll show you guys what your general opinions are on that. And then we have Danessa Myricks, who's doing essentially the same thing, but she's done these sort of blushy balms before, and I have two of them. One is called Bellini. Now we don't know what this shade is going to be called, but it's going to be out on the 23rd. So as you're watching, this is super on trend. Like, it's that Barbie pink sort of a shade. What I will say about her blushy balm is it's very, very buildable. It kind of starts off with not a lot of color. So if you're nervous of using cream and you're afraid that it's going to be too much, hers is really, really good for that. And it will kind of like, you can diffuse it and you can build it up. So it's really, really great for that. And I believe the ones that she has right now, I think they're like $25 for one of them. So I would assume this would be the same. So I will say I'm a smidgen intrigued. I don't.
Such a pretty shade. Look how pretty it looks on the lips on that like
Mm,
skin tone on the model.
yeah.
My lord,
Mm.
so pretty.
I'm assuming it's going to be the same as the other Yummy Skin flushed blushes, and it's going to have Upsolite in it as well. So it'll mesh really, really well with the Yummy Skin foundation that she has. So keep that in mind. I have one of mine here. It's in the shade Rosé and Brunch, but they're really beautiful. Like, you get a decent amount of product in them. I am definitely intrigued. I love a multi-purpose product. I'd sooner get this than the Goop.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just saying. The shade is perfect. Really, really interesting. And
And
you can see on the model as well just how buildable it is, that it starts off with like kind of a small amount of opacity, but obviously they get it to like full opacity even on the lips, which is great. I like seeing that. Like, it's workable. Beautiful.
stunning,
Yeah. I like
gorgeous.
I like a pink. I like a pink. Yeah, it's for me. I like it. I'll get it at some point. I'll show you guys what you thought of it here as well. And we have some more Halloweeny stuff. This time it's Profusion and Casper the Friendly Ghost. So there's a bundle where you get everything together for €123.95, and that includes a palette, two different highlighters, a 3-piece lip and cheek balm set, a 3-piece eye and face brush set, a cute little handheld mirror, a 3-piece glitter lip topper, a cosmetic bag and a glow in the dark face gems, a face primer and setting spray, 5 pairs of faux mink lashes, and a 2-piece blending sponge set that glows in the dark. There's a lot in it, but can I just say, I feel like this is generally done quite well.
It's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, so this was made for us on
Yeah.
the Friendly Ghosts.
Yeah. But you know,
Teresa and Tia.
yes. Well, I wouldn't say I'm friendly. I'm feed me first and then I might
Indie
be friendly.
brand. Didn't some indie brand make those like same shaped like ghost sponges last year?
Yes, I believe it was Chaotic Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. Well, kind of like I kind of understand it for the collection, like it's
Yeah.
obvious to do,
Yeah.
but still, it made me instantly think of that indie
Yeah.
brand because I
But
remember
this
everyone
one,
was raving about the ghost.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the little ghost in this one is glow in the dark.
Oh, oh.
So that's adorable. Well, we talk about the palette first. I love the packaging on that. That is really cute. Really, really nice. And if you want the palette itself, it's €17.95. I do feel like some of the shades are a little bit repetitive,
Yeah.
but
The palette is my least favorite from
I
like the
agree.
packaging and everything is so pretty, and I do like colors.
Mm,
Don't get me wrong.
yeah,
But it's a bit lackluster.
yeah.
Maybe
I
it's a bit like I don't know, something about it.
Yeah, I feel like they could have made this into like a 16 pan palette and it would have had the exact same
Yeah,
effect.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
nothing wrong with it per se, but it just needed to be edited further. I think you'll get some nice looks out of it, and Profusion do really good shadows. Then the little highlighters, there's Ghosting You, which is a holographic highlighter. Like, I don't know why they haven't swatched it on the skin, because I am
Yeah.
hella intrigued by it. And then the other one is also called Fabulous, and that's another holographic highlighter.
Actually looks kind of similar because the last year they had the candle collection. I can't remember what it's called, but
Yes.
this
Oh,
was
it was the
the
Ouija board one.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I have the highlighter from it and it's so pretty. I need to remember to use it. Mine's smashed, but
Nah, still works.
like that for like
Oh,
so cheap that you get those. Like
yeah,
you get the full effect there.
gorgeous.
But this is really pretty. So those highlighters, I'm like, I wish Profusion was more easily accessible
Yeah,
in here.
agreed. And like the highlighters themselves are only €5.95 each. Like that's a
Yeah.
bargain. That's damn good.
Like they look like they would be similar.
I'd say so, just probably slightly different shifts. So I'm kind of here.
Yeah.
Then the trio of the cheek and lip kind of set. The shades themselves are quite nice and I think they're quite versatile, but I don't like the packaging. They look really, really cheap and really childish.
Yeah.
You know,
I get why they wanted to like get like that see-through package and like get that vibes, but I just feel like it looks really cheap.
it does. Do you know, it reminds me of, when you were little and you get the little play set of makeup. That's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of. The colours themselves, though, they look really, really nice. And there's something about this that kind of almost reminds me of, like the little mini nude sticks, like the shades.
Oh,
It reminds me a little bit of that.
oh,
I would love to see this swatched against the nude sticks because I think they could be decent shade dupes. I'm not saying they're formula dupes, but they may be decent shade dupes. And I find that quite interesting because there is
yeah.
like a nude sticks set that has 3 shades that are quite similar to that. But yeah, it's just the packaging that's letting it down on that one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Then they have like this little brush set and they look really cute, but it does slightly drive me nuts that the handle is not straight. It has like a weird crooked thing to it. And
Oh, that drives me.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to deal with that. I get why it is that way because
Yeah.
Casper was friends with Wendy the Witch, but not for me. The hand mirror, how cute.
That is so cute. I want that.
Yeah, I like that one. I think that one is glow in the dark as well.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, it is glow in the dark. It is a glow in the dark hand mirror, which by the way, how handy. Where's my mirror? It's glowing in the dark over in the corner. I like it. Then there's the glitter topper set for your lips. They look so interesting.
They look really nice.
Don't they? Like, this is what I'm saying. I think there's like bits of this that I'm like, oh, I'm properly intrigued. I want to see these on the lip because I think they would look gorgeous. I couldn't find any pictures of them. They're on Profusion right now, but I couldn't find any pictures of anyone wearing them, which was a bit annoying. But they're very cute. I do like those.
I wonder if Elena will get this collection. She sometimes gets the
She
elephant
might.
girl.
She might. Elena, not that you watch, but on the off chance that you do, could you please tell us what the story is? Please swatchy swatchy, show me, essentially.
Yeah.
Then I'm annoyed that they've put the two of these together. They've put the cosmetics bag and then random fucking face and body gems together. The little cosmetics bag, adorable, but why would I want those face and body gems? And also,
Why are they so chunky?
they're awful. They're so
They look so huge.
do you know what? If they were like a tenth of the size, they'd be cute, but like this is ridiculous. And it makes no sense with Casper either.
Yeah, I would have loved to see like some maybe like a little like kind of like ghost face,
Yeah.
like things that you could glue on your face or
Yeah.
like something like that. I don't understand the stars
It feels like they
at
had
all.
something left over from another collection, went, oh, we'll put it in with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for me. Then they have this kind of illuminating face primer and setting spray. That's quite pricey. It's €14.95. I don't know if I'd pay that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Then there's 5 pairs of faux mink lashes for €10.95. There's some nice styles in there, I gotta say.
They are.
I
Like, look
know.
at those middle ones. And I
Agree.
actually would probably wear all of them except maybe just the top ones.
I'd make them work. I like them. I think they're
Yeah,
cute.
they're
Yeah.
really pretty.
And then, of course, the sponges, which are quite cute. You can tell, though, it's Casper's face, which kind of makes it distinct from, the
Yeah.
Kosmetics one. Now, I don't know what you guys think of this yet, but I actually think it's quite good. I'm
Yeah,
really
it's not
surprised.
too bad.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
thought.
like I wish Profusion, if this was in stores, I could see and like swatch
Mm,
things, I would be more likely to buy those. But those highlighters are calling my name because just
100%.
because I know what the other highlighter from
Mm.
them is.
I'm
I'm
tempted to
like,
see if I could
"Hmm,
order just the
hmm,
highlighters and the lip
yeah,
toppers. I really
yeah."
like the look of the lip toppers.
You probably find some good stuff there to fill your basket.
Yeah, but that's my issue. We know this about me. I'm an
No.
idiot. We know this. Teresa's an idiot who has no self-control. But
Oh, and the mirror looks so it looks squishy. I wonder if it's like that a little bit like squishy, shiny material that you can like
oh, I would stim off that so bad. I'm like, no, 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 no.
you could
I
squeeze
like
and it would be squishy.
it.
Can someone make a mirror?
All in all,
If that ain't it, can someone make
oh, genuinely, I think this is a really, really good collection. I like it. And actually, speaking of, and I think this is really good as well, this is Sephora. Sephora have come out with their all-in-one cream color blushes. There's 6 shades and they're £11 each. There's crunchy almond, tangy grapefruit, pop strawberry, daring tangerine, crazy cherry, and dramatic plum. I like these,
This is so smart of them
isn't it?
because they have like a powder
Mm-hmm.
blush already. So I feel like this is so smart to like come up with the cream because people are crazy
Yeah.
with cream products at the moment.
And I'm here for it. Can I just say as well, the picture with the model, she's wearing two separate cream blushes, and you can see then just how well it meshes the two of them together. So it's straight away letting you know they work well
Yeah.
with other products. Ooh, it looks beautiful. And she has a
Well,
deeper complexion. So straight away doing way better than fucking Goop, showing us that they at least have some products that cater towards a more diverse range of consumers. I think this is
yeah,
fabulous. And £11. £11.
not bad.
That is
It's not
not.
bad.
I
It's
like
not
this.
bad.
I want them to add more shades because I'm a greedy bitch. We know this about me. I'd like
Yeah,
to see some like hot pinks and some purples. Please,
yeah,
thank you. That would be gorgeous. But I mean, the fact that they've literally just come out with this is exciting to me. I think it's fabulous.
yeah.
You know the drill, lads. There's links down below. If there's an asterisk next to it, it's an affiliate link, and I'll make a disgusting amount of commission on it. I like these. I do. I genuinely think that they are so cute. I probably will get them at some point, but there's a few things from Sephora's own brand
Yeah.
that I want to grab.
Hard to get Sephora. Like I can get it. I
Mm,
just need to order from Swedish Sephora,
mm.
and it's just a hassle. And also, it's just they don't have everything that like American or like even UK
Yeah.
or does.
Yeah. See, I'm in a similar position because obviously I have to order from the UK Sephora, which is a bit of
Yeah.
an annoyance, but
Yeah, I could order from there, but then there's taxes.
I don't
I
I don't
hate
know.
tax.
I don't know if there are necessarily taxes, and let me explain for why. Because I've ordered stuff off of Sephora recently, and I didn't pay any taxes on them.
Oh, I need to see. We
It
need
could
to see.
be because, like, how they're still operating via Feel Unique,
Yeah,
so you might be able to do it that way.
yeah. I need to see about.
Links down below, my gorgeous friends, but I do like this, and I'm going to show you guys what you thought about it as well. And I'm assuming that we're all on the same boat here because it's gorgeous. We're kind
Yeah,
of heading now into some final little bits of sneak peeks, and this is from Louise. We don't know what it's called, we don't know when it's coming out. I'm hoping beyond hope, that this is part of the budget box, because that is beautiful. Very nice.
That said, I'm so bored of rainbow palettes. Like it's not about like that I don't like rainbow palettes because obviously I like rainbow colors. I would use a lot of these colors. It's just I'm bored seeing it. Like I know
Yeah.
I would love this and I would use it and it would be amazing. But I'm just like another rainbow. But I know P. Louise hasn't done like a full rainbow palette, like just one palette full of rainbow colors. So obviously she's done like the stack em ups that you have like rainbow colors, like blue palette, a purple palette, a pink palette. You get what I'm saying. But like I feel like I'd love this, but I'm just bored of seeing the rainbow.
I totally get you. It's not like innovative or new. I think if she'd at least jumbled it up a little bit more or like broken it up, maybe people might be a little bit more interested. But like you said, that is new to her and I appreciate it. I like the way it is presented in those like nice columns and rows.
Yeah. I
Very
would hate
aesthetically
if it
pleasing.
would be but jumbled.
Yeah.
You said it was anxiety.
No, no,
Jumbled. It would be
no, I mean
even
as in like jumbling a colour story of like having blues, greens,
Oh,
those together.
yeah, yeah. I was
That's
like,
that's
do
my
not
fault.
mess with this beautiful
I
lady.
did not I did not explain that correctly. I apologize. I do appreciate that it was very clear that the packaging is not as as they have
Oh,
that,
yeah.
which P. Louise, please continue to do that because I quite enjoy that. I would really, really like that. As I said, I do hope it comes in a budget box or maybe even in their like advent calendar or something. I think it's very nice
Yeah.
because they've had like a little bit of a tendency lately to have done like a lot of neutral palettes, which I was like, why?
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 Color is my life.
Why? Why are you doing this? I like this. It's definitely missing for them. But again, if you've been in makeup for a really long time, this isn't a need for you. But I am for sure intrigued. And the last thing that we're looking at is another sneak peek. And this is from Klarity Cosmetics. And they have these holographic multi-chromes. I'm going to show
Mm.
you the video of it now because as with all of these products, they're best shown via video. But sweet, merciful Jesus.
Those look unreal.
There are no words. I think I put a comment underneath just saying take my money and then Clarity was like, you're so funny. I'm like, no, but seriously, you have my debit card details on file, so like just do it. Like you know I want this. I love this. I love this.
That's so pretty. And I like that they're like weird
And
shades of holographic. Like we've seen a lot of holographic stuff
mhm.
lately. I'm not bored of it yet at all. But I like that this is like different because there's like those murky, grungy tones with like a holographic shift
Yeah.
in them when you move the hand. Oh my lord.
I
Oh
I
my lord.
I can't like my stupid little brain is just sitting there kind of going, oh, what will this be part of? How will we cope with this? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is she must be mine. I don't care if it's in a palette with like complete neutrals. I I love it. Very excited. I think it's beautiful. My brain has like just shorted out at this point because I'm just like,
Yeah.
need to have it.
Want it.
Marty like coming up with excuses for Sahil when he sees another box land at the house. And the poor postman definitely has like ideas about me now. He's like, what is wrong with her? Which, fair. But my gorgeous friends, that's it for this week. I do have my favorite comment, which, by the way, I'm an idiot. I give Tia a PDF of this and I forgot to put in the comment, but I'm looking at it now. And it's from the lovely Christine who said, I love your releases and rants so much. Thank you so much, my love. I really
Oh,
appreciate it. And guys, thank you so much for watching and for watching in the interim while Tia wasn't around. I know you guys much prefer when she's on, which I totally understand because we can actually do a back and forth and you're not just hearing like
yeah.
one opinion. I much prefer it. So I
I
don't
much prefer it.
I do too. I do too. But my gorgeous friends, that is it. Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, and do please share because sharing is caring. Except, of course, for STDs, in which case, just wrap it up. Don't be gross, but that's it. That's the end of the video, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!